Open Heart. I just want to welcome each and every single one of you to today's service. Wherever you may be viewing from, welcome. I am so grateful for this day, and I'm so grateful to awaken this morning knowing that today is a new day and I have the opportunity to rejoice and be glad in it, for it is a choice. And so I am just grateful that you have chosen to spend some time with us here today. I'm grateful for every person that has a part in today's service, for the affirmative reading and for song and for the singing. I am so grateful for the beautiful music that we will hear soon and for the message that is going to be brought from the divine wisdom that we're all a part of. And so I just want to take this time now to take a breath in and remembering that we always are breathing, and we're breathing in and breathing out. And what a gift, and with such gratitude, I just know that right here and right now we are present and we are centered in this moment. We have opened ourselves up. We're welcoming and allowing in the message of today, our message. Everyone has the opportunity to take from today's talk and today's music what it is that is here for them to know. And it's important for us to remember that it's what's for us to know. Because as we always say, it starts with the inside first. And let us fill up that inside so that we can overflow and spill over onto one another, that love, that presence of the divine that lives and breathes and has its beingness within each and every single one of us. And I just am so grateful to be reminded and to remember this for myself and for each and every single one of us. And I just give thanks for this day, knowing that as the message is brought forth, it's brought forth in the knowing and the truth of the messenger and of each and every single one of us. And let us just join in now knowing that today is a new day. And let's begin with knowing the capital T truth of who each and every single one of us are that are present right here and right now, and that may not be present but are definitely in our world and beyond. And so I give thanks for this day, knowing that it is already good, and it's so good. And I release this into the knowing of the mind of God, that it's already done. Let the celebration begin, and rejoice and be glad in it. And so it is.
salvation for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. We let it wash over us. We let it make us kinder. We let it make us better. We let it be. We let it early in the morning. We let it hold us together. We let it now and forever. We let it be. We let it. Still some cry along the way, walking through the sadness, for a world that needs to know love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, till the truth keeps telling me love's the only answer, and to all humanity we can stay inspired, reveal the way to greater love. So we let it wash over us. We let it make us kinder. We let it make us better. We let it be. We let it early in the morning. We let it hold us together. We let it now and forever. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the dawn wash over us. We let it be. We let the rain wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. Oh, we let we let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let the love, oh, we let it be.
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream on this October 16th, 2022. I want to send a special shout out to my daughter, Shelly Gilmore. Today is her birthday. I'm going to call her by her full name, Marshall Yvonne Gilmore. That's right. She's named for my parents, Marshall and Yvonne Gilmore. I'm so proud of her. I love you, Shelly, and I'm so glad to be your dad and to see you celebrate another birthday. A shout out also to all of you, each and every one of you who continue to tune in, to support us, to be a part of this virtual experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. It is indeed a pleasure each week to bring this to you and for us to continue to get this message of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom out to the world. The things that you do to support us by the people who make their contributions in terms of affirmative readings and the voices from the heart who get together each week and rehearse and provide you with the music that you see. The other people who have other talents and things that they lend to the things that we do as a part of Open Heart, our Wine and Words that Krista right there and her husband Matthew are the facilitators for, and the many other things, the prayer team, the dynamic prayer team, that every morning at 8 a.m., one of our prayer team members leads those who call in to prayer. All of the ways in which you support Open Heart are truly, truly important. And then your financial contributions. We also appreciate you for those, ask you to continue. If you see down in the information below this Heartstream, you'll see ways that are right there for you to contribute. So we ask that you continue to do so with that too. And as always, 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 I greet you, I bless you, I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of October: reaping a prosperous harvest. My life is filled with God's abundance, expressing as perfect and fabulous life experiences, serving me completely. I allow abundance, prosperity, and well-being to flow into my life. And so it is.
Hi, and welcome to the Heartstream. Today I'm doing today's affirmative reading. First, I would like to invite you to Wine and Words. It's every other Thursday. The next one is not this Thursday, but next Thursday. We hope to see you there, and we always have a really good time. Today's affirmative reading is entitled A Man in the Desert, and it's about faith. It was a hot day, and the sands were glittering like gold in a desert. Andrew was touring the place and lost his way. He could not find his way back, and the water in his bottle had dried. He was in desperate search of water, otherwise he would die due to dehydration. As he struggled walking, he saw a small hut in the distance. He wasn't sure if it was really there or if it was a mirage, but he continued walking towards it anyway. As he got closer, he realized it truly was a hut. He opened the door and found no one there. It seemed like the place was in abandoned condition, and had been for a while. He was surprised to see a hand water pump, and it had all the connections intact, and a pipeline to the ground. He started pumping, but there was no sign of water. He continued his effort until he gave up due to exhaustion. He started searching the hut for any other sources of water. Then he found a bottle of water hidden in the corner. He was happy, and he was about to drink the water when he found a piece of paper attached. It said, "Please use this water to start the pump. It works. After you have done so, do not forget to refill the bottle again." After reading the message from the paper, he decided, well, what if this doesn't work? What if I use this water and the pump doesn't work and I've lost all my sources of water? He closed his eyes and he prayed. He opened his eyes and he poured the water into the pump. He started pumping, and then he heard a gurgling sound. It worked. He said, "I can trust the words in the paper." He began to look around the hut and found another piece of paper that led to a map. He saw a pencil and the map that showed directions to the next nearby village. He was happy that his faith in the water pump had worked. Similarly, he believed that the map would direct him in the right direction. Then he wrote in the paper, "Have faith, it works." He put the water bottle back where he found it. Happily, he left the hut. Have faith in yourself.
Hey, 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 here come the announcements.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day. Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
The month of October is a time when we recognize many, many things. Two that are quite important are breast cancer and domestic violence. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If you need more information, resources, other things about breast cancer, you can go to nationalbreastcancer.org to get information from the National Breast Cancer Foundation's website. It lists symptoms, it lists resources, it lists support groups. There's a lot of information there. In the case of domestic violence, which is something that indeed is very serious, the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 is another resource. You can go to their website, domesticviolence.org, but if it's something that's more immediate, then the hotline I recommend calling. If you know someone who needs these resources, this is an opportunity to pass this information on. We want to extend our congratulations to our friends at Unity Christian Church in Whitehaven for celebrating their 70th anniversary. They've got a number of events that they have in store for us this month. They've invited us, and you'll be able to see the full list of events on our website. But again, congratulations and happy anniversary. Our daily affirmative prayer call takes place each and every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Dial in as one of our prayer team members shares an inspirational reading and then prays for you, all in about 7 minutes. At Open Heart, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer. We don't beg or plead God to do anything, but we set our intention and recognize God expressing itself in, through, and as each and every person. As such, all of these individuals and families that are represented here, we see them healed, we see them comforted, we see them strengthened, we see them encouraged, we see whatever it is that they have a need for and a desire for, and we hold the space for them, knowing it's already done in the mind of God. And so it is. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am richly blessed, 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 creating a greater and greater and greater flow. We have ways in which you can give and support Open Heart through Cash App. Our cash tag is OHSC901. You can go online to our website, OHSC901.com. Click on the word give and contribute there. Or you can text the word give to 615-422-4292. Infinite prosperity is mine to share. I am blessed, blessed, blessed. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you to all of you who have signed up to support us through Amazon Smile. If you haven't done so, you can do so today.
Here we go.
Soprano.
Here we go.
Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me.
I welcome you to the centering moment. Let us take just a few seconds to breathe in and out. Let us breathe in and out. And in this moment, let us be centered in the truth that we are forever prosperous and one with the unlimited source of all that there is. And let us breathe in and out. And so it is. Good morning, Open Heart. Happy Sunday. I am glad to be here with you and to be the messenger. So I was giggling to myself because since John said that he was going to be a prosperity preacher this month, and he's already hit us with the P word and the M word, I was going to start the message like, welcome to the Prosperity Channel where the prosperity preachers get you prosperous. But I thought, okay, I don't want some new person to come on there and be like, what in the heck? So yes, welcome to Prosperity Channel, prosperitypreachers.com. And so we're going to talk about prosperity today. And so my, crack myself up. My talk title is Full of Yourself. And the text for my talk text today comes from Matthew 13:12, a teaching from Master Teacher Jesus. For whoever has, to him more shall be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has shall be taken away. That verse has always bothered me, and I'm so glad to have put this sermon together. It gave me a new understanding. But when John was speaking on the first Sunday, he talked about a man who was making a barbecue for his family, and his mother wanted the old burned up, tore up, jacked up piece of chicken because that's sort of what she was used to from her childhood. And it reminded me of something that happened when I was at the Seal Beach Center for Spiritual Living. I took this class, The Power of Receiving, because I needed healing in that area. And I need more and more healing in that area every day. But I took the class and we had an assignment. I don't know if I've shared this before. We had an assignment where we're supposed to write like just extravagance, like no, money is no limit, just all the extravagance. So, write something like, I decided to have croissants made in Paris for my breakfast. And so you'd have to do it the night before. I got on my G20, had my personal pilot come, and my chauffeur drove me. This time I decided to go in the Rolls Royce, the Mercedes. I had driven that yesterday, and I didn't want to be repeating cars. And so I had him drive me in my Rolls Royce to the airport where, of course, I got my G20, which is my private plane. We flew across to Paris, and I didn't want to eat any of their tacky old croissants, so I brought my own personal chef. I paid everyone's salary at the restaurant and got rid of all the people in the kitchen, and my own personal chef cooked for me. And then I drove down the Champs-Élysées, through the Arc de Triomphe, and I said, before she passed away, I would say, let me go speak with QE2 and see how Liz is doing nowadays, right? And just extravagant. Well, we're all sharing the extravagant things that, of course, had Mercedes and Rolls Royces and mansions and money and all those sorts of things. One woman said she didn't do the exercise. She didn't do it. She said she felt like it was wrong, like something inside of her. John was talking about when you say money, right? 1, 2, 3, money. That when you say money, if you feel tighter, feel like something's going on there, what the heck? And that she felt that it was wrong to do that. Now, she understood ontologically that it was not wrong, but something inside of her wouldn't let her do that. And then she even shared that with her children, that when it came to her Christmas gifts and her birthday gifts, which of course your children, your grandchildren want to give to you, she couldn't even, so she'd be like, oh, I want to plant some cucumbers, so you can just go to Target or to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever and, get me some
cucumber seeds in a excuse my itchy nose, in some pot or thing pot, and some, literally. Like, she couldn't even say, like, buy me, some perfume, or I would love to have a new pair of earrings, or, get me a gift certificate so I can get a dress. That she was at that place to where she could not receive. That she was in that habit pattern, as John talked about, that habit pattern of lack. And when you're in it, think about that verse. Let me go back to it. For whoever has, to him more shall be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has shall be taken away from him. That John talked about, that to be prosperous, we've got to have prosperous thinking and a prosperous mindset. That if your mindset or your habit is lack gets lack, right? Like attracts like, and we attract just what we are in mind. So if our mind is in that habit pattern of lack, we're going to have lack. We're going to have less. And those who have a full of themselves mindset, that I'm full of my divinity, and I'm full of my goodness, and I'm full of my joy, and I'm full of the things that I want to have in my life, and I'm full of my oneness with the one, those people will have more. And my nose is so itchy. And John has talked about this. I'm not talking about things, okay? We all have a thing to live in. We all have a thing to drive. And we all have a closet full of things to wear and a kitchen full of things to eat. It's not about the things. Anybody can have things. I saw this video on President Biden's Instagram, and it was a setup for him to go into a small little Mexican place, not even a restaurant, in LA, and show, like, average Joe. I'm average Joe, just buying things. So I'm sure they set it up with a young man who was running it. Didn't tell him it was the president, of course, because that would be the surprise. And of course, in LA, Cal State Northridge, Go Matadors, that's my alma mater, UCLA, USC, the high schools, everybody's filming something. And if you want to get free advertisement for your store, of course you're going to let people come in and film, as well as TikTok. So in comes the president, and he says, I have a pickup order for Bass. So now the young guy is like, okay, I know your last name, not Bass. And so he has the order, and the president says, how much do I owe you? And the young man is, here is the president of the United States. He says, well, he's looking at what he owes, and he says, well, I'm going to give you a discount. I'm going to give you a discount. And he starts hitting on the computer. He goes, a discount of 50% for public service. How sweet. Well, the president looked like someone that just hit him in the gut with a bat. He was like, no. Literally, he was shaking his head and saying, no. Here this young man is acknowledging him. He has had years of service. And where is he from? Connecticut, Delaware, one of those places up there, serving his state. He has served this country, and this young man wants to honor him. And here is the president of the United States with everything at his fingertips, and he could not receive it. Now, so what does a person who can't receive do? He gave more. He's like, well, here's $65. So, pay for the next person's meal. Again, that concept is not about the things or even having the most exalted position, right? It's the mindset. Can you receive? Do you have a prosperity mindset? Are you expecting blessings? See, he should have walked in there expecting miracles, expecting blessings, expecting divine favor. He said, well, God don't bless me. I was on this page on Instagram, and someone talking about when one door closes, God opens 5 more doors. And that's where I'm at in my life right now. Stuff is just like, so I'm like, whoa, let me catch up with this. But a couple of people are like, no, that's not how it works. And I wanted so bad to say, no, because that's how that doesn't work in your mind, okay? But that is how it works when you have the proper mindset. Let me take a deep breath. This is a great subject. And so where are we at? So we talked about like attracts like. That if you want to have the things in your life that are prosperous, you've got to have the mindset to attract them. Because life is ever giving of itself. We must receive and utilize and extend the gift. Success and prosperity are spiritual attributes belonging to all people, and that is a quote from Ernest Holmes. Success and prosperity are supposed to be ours. And yes, John talked about how, Catholic priests and nuns take a vow of poverty, even though they got all those big churches and cathedrals full of gold and money and all that stuff. But somehow the people that work in them are supposed to take a vow of poverty. They're just supposed to be chaste, like Mother Teresa, or they're just supposed to, have, Jesus Fox have holes, but, the Son of Man doesn't have a home. But, you got to look at that, because the garment that he had in the narrative at the crucifixion was so beautiful that they wouldn't even tear it one piece. High quality. You ain't poor, you wearing that, okay? I'm just saying. Look at the bigger picture. Prosperity. Jesus like, we got to pay tax, fine. Go away to get a fish, right? We're one. So I need the animal kingdom to bring me something right now, right? That's how prosperous I am. And so again, that it's that mindset. And do you have the expectation that miracles are coming to you, that blessings are coming to you, that prosperity is yours? And then, of course, an attitude of gratitude. Do you have things that you have, but you're not thankful about it? Yesterday, Gail and I got home from work. We were just tore up. I was like, girl, I'm getting something to eat. And she's like, well, give me something. I said, we're going to go to McAllister's, which I told her, I love me some John Gilmore, but I don't know if I'm mad at him for introducing us to McAllister's or ecstatic that he did. Of course, I'm ecstatic because we love it there. And we had that, and we both knocked out. And this morning I sat in the house and I said to her, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be sitting in this chair. I'm grateful to be in this place with you. I'm grateful my daughter in South Africa living her best life. I'm grateful to be in health, to be in wholeness in this place. Now, yeah, I got a bunch of things, but I am so grateful for my comfy chair, to have the sacred time with my wife, to be in good health, to just... That's the mindset that says, oh yes, give me more, because I'm grateful for what I have. And John also talked about that he did an exercise where once it got over the limit that he had set in his mind that he could have, he couldn't do it. So where is the prosperity? It's everywhere. And how much can I have? All of it. Here and now, we are surrounded by and immersed in an infinite good. How much of this infinite good is ours? All of it. It's in capitals. All of it. And how much of it may we have to use? As much as we can embody. Be full of yourself. That which is full attracts. That which is overflowing attracts. That which is empty, that habit pattern of lack, attracts more of nothing. That habit pattern of fullness, of abundance, of overflow, of, the inlet and outlet, that flow, give and take. That, we're in the Libra energy right now. So balancing that give and take. Having that prosperity mindset that I expect a miracle, that I expect divine favor, that I expect doors to open for me, that my every need is met and my every desire fulfilled to overwhelming. Have that expectation and then be willing to embody it. God doesn't have an amount that you can have. And I didn't do all my meditations this week. And I missed church a couple weeks. And okay, that's our mind. That's not God. Because you don't need church. Sorry for saying that. Right? Don't come after me with pitchforks. John, God loves a prosperous person. Don't come. You're right. The divine is in this house, in your house, in the grocery store, even at Walmart, in your sad place, in your happy place. God is there. And so all the infinite good that you and I could ever need, want, desire is always with us wherever we are. And so let's get prosperous, continue to be prosperous by being full of ourselves. And by that fullness, like attracting like. I want to end our time. Each one of us is an outlet and an inlet to God. I want to end our time with this prosperity affirmation, and I'm going to read it. I know it's hard to see there, so I'm going to pull out my iPad and read it. Prosperity affirmation by Ernest Holmes. Divine abundance is forever manifesting in my affairs. Today, I expect every good thing to come to me, for I know that the divine abundance is forever manifesting itself in my affairs. I am keeping my whole mind, right? Correct mindset and thought and expectation open to new experiences, to happier events, to a more complete self-expression. Everything that belongs to spirit, I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of divine reality, I claim as my own. I identify with success and I prosper in everything that I do. As I give thanks, having the attitude of gratitude for the good now flowing into my life, right? Inlet and outlet. I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence, forever seeking an outlet through me. Let's get prosperous together and stay that way. That ends the message from Prosperity Preacher Villa Willis. Blessings and love to all of you.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, gotta let it go. Gotta let it all go. Are you listening? You got to let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God.